and I live directly to the north of the property concerned. The property's been my neighbor for many, many years. I'm somewhat reminded of a breakfast with bacon and eggs, wherein the chicken is involved, but the pig is committed. I'm committed. Am I allowed to address the audience at any point of this, commissioners? Am I to ask a question?
It's your time.
Thank you very much. How much do I have?
3 minutes.
Thank you, sir. And is Commissioner Peach with us today? I've been contacted, and I wonder if anyone else has been contacted by a very thorough woman named Catherine Gross, G-R-O-S-Z. She wrote an extensive letter in the Port of Call newspaper. I believe Dale Wilson sent copies of the newspaper to everyone based on a list that Catherine Gross compiled, and she sent it to me. Has anyone received that list of neighbors? Okay. So we have 50 names with addresses to be concerned about. How many people live on East Moon Bay Road? Okay. I sent a letter to Commissioner Josias just 2 days ago, I think. I considered it somewhat facetious at the time, and maybe he did too. But when you look at the facts of this circumstance, I know for a fact that they dug a well on the property, and that the well has been reviewed because there's arsenic in the water. We all have arsenic in the water. There's a great concern about health in this organization, the name being derived from Buddhist meditation. There's a large gathering area. How many have seen plans? Maybe not. There's a huge gathering area there, easily hold 150 people. And there's a balcony overlook in this area. It's organized in a way that you've got 3 suites on the top floor and lesser suites below. We all know that what a bedroom is in Clallam County. There could be 20 bedrooms in this house if they chose it. But my feeling is, and maybe it's not facetious, there's a heck of a lot of money on the table here. There's at least $16 to $24 million involved in this project. Now, taking all things into fact, I used to live in LA, don't stone me, but there are a lot of organizations in LA that could afford to do this kind of thing, seeking a retreat. I'm talking Moonies, I'm talking Scientologists, I'm talking about the documentary we just saw on the other night on television. So my concern is, what is going on here? I'm not sure that you have the tools to stop these people, because you don't have enforcement of bed and breakfast rules, and you can't stop them building a huge structure. I think the problem is going to land in our laps. And those of you who have had Catherine Gross's list, are you prepared to organize against this? I'm not ready to put money into this thing yet, but I have a pretty loud voice. Mr. Josias will testify to that. And I think that there has to be some level of organization. I trust my commissioners. I trust the commissioners here. Let me put that. I trust the commissioners here. But if this gets into a legal battle and we get ourselves a structure that we can't prevent, I'm sorry, we have a problem. I haven't had anything to the conversation here. Just that we have a list of over 50 names we can organize, and I think that's what's going to have to happen. God bless the commissioners, because I don't think they've got really the tools to absolutely stop this, because we don't know who these people are. So thank you very much for your time, commissioners. Thank you very much for your time. I think organizations in the future. Thank you.
Kevin Schoenberger.
I'm Ken Schoenberger. I live at 4453 East Squim Bay Road, pretty well north of the area of concern, but it still becomes a concern to me, my family, and my neighbors who are here with us. First of all, I don't understand why we are even having this discussion. Out on the board out there on the wall is a map that shows Miller Peninsula, and it shows the development areas. And as I understand the map, it says single-family dwelling on 2.5 acres, single-family dwelling on 5 acres, out where we live, and something called MC, which is apparently a conservation zone, which is due, I guess, to the closeness to the strip. So, again, somebody explained to me why we're having this discussion at all. We have a development plan that also already has limitations. Secondly, if this thing comes to some sort of approval, how do you build septic systems to handle 25 bathrooms in an area that has a very low perk rate and is adjacent to the bay? How do you manage to draw excessive water from an aquifer that serves everybody else on downstream from that site? Third, if this thing, or fourth, I guess, if this thing is approved, then how do you prevent having further developments exactly like it all along East Glen Bay, which would be a disaster for those of us who are residents there. I can foresee a septic system that takes up the entire 2.5 acres and then ultimately leaks into the bay. So those are my concerns. I hope that they can be addressed. Thank you.
That's the end of the sign-up sheet on this ordinance. Is there anybody else wishing to make comment on ordinance 909?
May I?
If you come on up and state your name and address. Great.
Good morning. My name is Corky Laxon. I'm here to speak for myself and on behalf of my husband. I reside at 575 and 623 East Glen Bay Road, located directly next to the subject property at 695. By nature, I need to know all sides of a story before I state an opinion. This bad story is so multifaceted, with facts changing daily, the developers' plans changing daily, and the zoning rules changing. The commissioners' votes are changing. In all due respect, commissioners, please give us, the law-abiding, tax-paying voters, the facts. What are the developers' true plans for this 32,000 square foot behemoth structure and a second auxiliary structure of the same size, all on a total of 5 acres on Swim Bay? And what are the reasons for repealing the 60-day emergency ordinance? Is it going to be replaced by something more secure? The interim zoning ordinance, or does growth management plans usurp these? I'm not clear on that. We the people need some true facts, clear, concise, and quick. I see the developers of subject property as bullies. People who hurt, frighten, threaten, or tyrannize over anyone they see as weaker. The developers appear driven by greed, not by being brotherly or neighborly or having a concern for the environment, threatening to sue anyone or any entity that stands in their way. To me, that is a bully. I am not a NIMBY, a not in my back sort of person, but I am an environmentalist, and I see this as an environmental disaster. There are many concerns which have been voiced publicly concerning the impact these proposed structures will have on our neighborhood, but primarily on Swim Bay. I will not reiterate on those concerns at this time. However, I would like you to be aware, if you are not, that it brought to your attention approximately 25 property owners in the immediate vicinity of the subject property at 695 have deeded rights to the existing road easement as through the subject property, as well as beach rights to said property. Results, if there were to be 25 to 100 bed and breakfast guests added to that area and their staff. Biotoxins, that's what is going to happen. Our clamming season, when we moved to our home in about 11 years ago, we could clam when it was legal nearly year round. These days, we're lucky if we get 3 months. There's so much at stake here. Keep in mind, there are many legal, civil, environmental, and pro bono groups who are available to us also. Commissioners and planners, I implore you to vote your conscience and good sense about the proposed development, and would welcome you to personally view or walk the subject property. See what our neighborhood is actually like. Anyone is welcome at our home at 623. If you want the opportunity to see what our neighborhood is like. And we would much rather have and welcome you there than to have you look at a paper plot plan that says nothing about this situation. Thank you.